Lesson 6, homework question number 3. Use the data shown to answer the questions that follow. Here we have a chart with all of this information. We can select it, press Ctrl C, bring it over here and press Ctrl V, and then we can do all of these questions down below. The first one, which graph is most appropriate for these data, I'm guessing points, or this data? Since we have two different data points for each person, minutes in the store and the grocery amount spent on groceries, with these two, that means that I'm looking at a scatter plot. Now some of you might be thinking, why isn't it a time series? Because I have minutes here. A time series is showing the change of something as it goes on, and it's only referring to one. In this case, I have lots of different people, and for each of these people, they have two data points, and it's not just one thing that we're measuring. The next, copy and paste the above data into Excel and make the most appropriate graph for these data. So it's over here. Make sure that the x-axis represents the minutes shopping in the store and the y-axis represents amount spent on groceries at checkout. Well, we've already copied and pasted. Now, because I have two data points per person, I don't need to select the person. I can just select these two data points. We're going to insert. We're going to go to a scatter chart and pick one where it shows both data points. So you'll see some students get in here and they end up with two sets of data, or 2 points, or one representing one and the other representing another. It's weird. So just make sure that you, make sure that you select both columns of data and then select the scatter chart so you get both. Now it says make sure the x-axis represents the minutes shopping in the store and the y-axis represents the amount spent on groceries at checkout. So we have, let's move it down here a little bit so we can verify. Here we can look at this. The x is 64 and the y is 137. We can verify that. 64 is x. Y is 37, so that's great, and we can make sure that we label those axes by doing this. We don't need, oh, actually I don't want that one where it has all of the data points listed because it gets kind of confusing over here. So that looks good. I'm going to take out the key that they have, and we can label these axes. And so the y-axis here is amount spent. Down here we have time, or minutes, minutes shopping in the store. There we go. And again, we verified that by looking at the point here. That gives us the ordered pair, 64, 137. 64 comes in the first, which is the x direction, and then 137 is the y, or the vertical direction. And we can look at that on each of these if we wanted to as well. Also, to make sure that that happens, the x value, or the horizontal, should be the one on the left, and then the vertical, or the y, will be the one on the right. Okay, so yes, I have created this in Excel. We should probably change the title, but it doesn't specify that, so we can move to the next. One of the values in the plot of this data does not fit the pattern of the other values. It would be called an outlier. What is the x value and y value of the outlier? It looks like these are kind of going really well in the same line. This one doesn't seem to fit with anybody. So I would say that this was the outlier of 64, 137, which ironically was easy for us to find the numbers on. I didn't pick any others It was really easy. All right. Now we can go up and verify. How did I do? Verify the green checks and move to the next one.